All right, we've made it to the end of That'll Be the Day by Buddy Holly. This is the last video in this series. And for this, we're going to take a look at the outro section. So this is a little bit different from the other parts. Follows basically the same chords, but we're starting with a regular A chord relative to the capo, of course. So we have 1, 2, and 3, 4. And then on the and of 4, he comes back to the first fret and then slides into 2 for the downbeat of the next measure. Like that. So we have 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1. And then he's just hitting those top 2 strings for and 2, and 3. So far we have then the chord changes in the next bar. So we go to basically an E major chord. Right before that, we hit the last 2 strings, strings 1 and 2, before we come down on the downbeat into the next measure. So, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. On the and, we lift up the index finger, strum, hammer down for the first beat of the next measure. So it sounds like this. 1, 2, and 3, 4, like that. After that downbeat, he comes back up and back down again. So putting that together. Then he plays the first string open, then the 3rd fret on string 2, and then right before we get into the next measure, we have a 2 on the 3rd string, which sets us up for that chord, which is the A chord again, and it's just like the beginning of the outro. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1. So you're sliding into that first beat again, and then it gets a little bit more complicated after that. Not a ton, but a little bit. So we landed on that A chord, play the first 2 strings open, bring the pinky down to play the 3rd fret on the 1st string. Then on an upbeat, we play that 1st string open. And then right before we get into the next measure, we play the first 2 strings open. Then we have an E chord for 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. So notice I'm not strumming the whole E chord. I'm hitting 3 strings, 1, 2, and 3, 4 on the and, just the first 2 strings. And then the really cool ending part, he starts up here at frets 3 and 4, 3, back a half step again, including the first string on that one, and then first finger on the 3rd string 1st fret, and then we have a full E7 chord on the end, which is just E without the 3rd finger down. So that part, starting from a couple measures before the end, we have that E chord, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and the big chord to finish it off. So I'm going to play through that whole outro so you can hear what that sounds like. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. And there you have the outro to That'll Be the Day by Buddy Holly. Now we have books over at the website, themissingmethod.com, that make it easier to learn guitar. Make sure you check that out. And don't forget to give me a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video. If there are other videos on other songs you'd like to see, let me know in the comments. And I will see you next time.